Hey there, thanks for stopping by to watch the video and welcome to my YouTube channel. This would be the first lap of the 2020 Crossout Child Abuse Masters 50 Plus. The event you're watching right now was held at the Gerald Van Lieu Park in the town of Hastings in Oswego County. Normally this event is held in the Town of Scriba Park, which is just outside the city of Oswego. Unfortunately, that park closed for the season due to COVID, so we had to find a new venue. I'm the promoter of the event. We're going to talk about the course itself, putting the course together, and how the race went for me, and also the future of the race. So you're going to want to stick around to hear the end of that, especially if you're into cross. You want to know more about racing in Central New York. Like, subscribe, and comment while you're at it. It gives me incentive to produce more videos and put up more content. Really appreciate it when folks do that. So hang tight and enjoy. So the start itself was a pretty fast start. That's why I kind of put a chicane into it to kind of slow some folks down before they hit the nature trail, which was pretty rocky and ruddy in some spots. And also at the very end of it, there was this nice little bump. It's coming up right now that I was afraid somebody was going to send it and end up through the tape into the school field, which I really wanted to avoid that. A nice little dip down, which kind of sucks some power out of some folks. It's always interesting to hear people complain about certain things throughout a race. So that was one of them. This nature trail that it's on, the town is actually building up these trails. Sadly, they're going to put down a lot of road millings like you're seeing right now. I'm trying to convince them not to do that and to just kind of leave them dirt, which would be better to race on. But either way, I think it was kind of fun. Next up, a little bit of a trip through the alley and under some pavilions around the buildings. Adds a little bit of a feature to it as far as I'm concerned. I enjoy them. I think most folks did. It didn't seem to be any complaints, which is always positive when you're putting a race on and you don't get a lot of complaints about the course, other than the tough sections, which those are supposed to be there. It's a cyclocross. It's not a road race. All right, coming up next are the barriers. I tried to space them out decently so folks could run them and also still be able to bunny hop them. There's certainly a lot of folks that have got that talent and they can really bash the barriers. After some nice wide open sections, I tried to maximize the off-camber section on this side of the park. Get a little back and forth action on some of the off-camber. The turn coming up is actually center field on the baseball field. We called it meet in the middle, so you could actually run into some folks that are on another portion of the course. Kind of a Coming up is the off-camber uphill, kind of a power section that either you love them or hate them, but it adds a little bit of a challenge to the course. It's off-camber, twist and turn, going up the hill, down the hill, and back up the hill again. And this would be the other side of the center field, which is the other side of the meet in the middle thing that I was talking about earlier. The uphill off-camber section coming up was kind of a painful section. When I was testing out the course, it always seemed like something was sticking to my wheel and slowing me down through this section. I imagine it pretty much hurt going up it multiple times. My race ended after the first lap in this one when I hit something on the nature trail and flatted out. It was pretty much a blessing in disguise. My legs were shot from setting the course up the last 2 days before the race. The next feature coming up was my way to get back to the other side of the course. It was kind of an off-camber step up. I understand there are some folks that were bunny hopping that. Again, those folks have got talent. It's cool to see. Okay, we're rolling into the finishing stretch. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a good cyclocross race unless you've got some trees that you're going to make turns around, and I tried to throw a bunch of those in towards the end here. The course itself was 1.8 miles long, perhaps a touch too long, so I'm going to actually shorten it for next year, which brings up the interesting information for the future of cyclocross in Oswego County. Is we're going to run, or at least we're planning to run, the Town of Scriba race like we have for the previous years. And we're also, since we got a good number of good reviews about this race and the course itself, we're going to run this one as well as a second race. Really hope you come out and join us next year, and look forward to it. See you.